Hi guys, it's John here, and this is a battery drain test of the Honor Magic V3. So you can see here we are at a 100% battery, so I'm going to unplug this. So this phone comes with a 5150 mAh battery, which is hopefully enough to get you through a single day of use. Now obviously with its big 7.92 inch screen, that is yet to be seen, and we'll go through this test and run through some sort of common everyday tasks to see how well this fares. See, we've got the timer at the top, which we've now started. We've got a floating battery percentage widget here, and we've also got the temperature widget here, so we can keep an eye on things as we go through the tests. I'll put timecodes in the description if you want to skip to any particular part of this video, but let's carry on first with a call test. So for the call test, I'm going to keep the phone closed because I think that is what most people are going to be doing when making a call. So let's start a call and see how we get on. We'll do a half-hour call. I'm also going to run this test here as if we're outside and away from Wi-Fi. So we're just on mobile data here with 4G plus. There's no 5G in this area, so I can't test 5G, but you will expect obviously slightly more battery usage over 5G. Okay, so I've got the phone call going. I am going to lock the screen now, and we'll go for half an hour with this phone call, and we'll come back and see how the battery's looking. Okay, so we've gone for half an hour so far on the phone call, and we're still at 100% battery. So we'll leave it there for the time being, and we'll move on to the next test, which is going to be a video recording test. Okay, so sadly the floating battery widget doesn't want to stay on the screen during the camera usage, but that's okay, we'll just have to leave it as it is. So we're going to do a 4K video here, as you can see here, just 4K 30, I think that's the standard for most people. I'm just going to be filming the screen on this tablet here, just to give it something to focus on whilst it is recording. Okay, so there we are. We have had 30 minutes of 4K video recording, and I'm zooming in and out a bit just to try and make it as realistic as possible. We're still off Wi-Fi, and we've gone down to 9% battery. We're at 40 degrees Celsius as well. So now what we're going to do is just do an edit here, and we're just going to edit, just add a filter or something to this video and just let it encode it, just to use a bit more CPU and see how well it does. Now the video was slightly less than 30 minutes. I did stop the video momentarily just to make sure I was recording in 16:9 to try and make it as realistic as possible. So yeah, it's about 28 minutes long, but yeah, we'll just do an export here, just see how it fares after the export. Right, so the encoding's just finished, and you see we've lost 4% here, and we are up to 45 degrees Celsius. That's pretty warm here. So here we're running about 40 degrees on the front of the device and about 42.5 on the back of the device. Right, for our next test we're going to use Google Maps, and we're just going to plan a route here from London to Loch Ness in Scotland, and we'll just leave this on for a good 30 minutes and see how much battery we use up. So this is just an example of having your screen on with the GPS on at the same time outside to see how well the battery lasts. So we're starting at 85%, 41 degrees, so we'll come back in 30 minutes and see how we do. Okay, so we've had half an hour of Google Maps, we've lost 3%. The screen did go off briefly for a few minutes, but yeah, overall 3% for half an hour isn't too bad, so it's about 6% per hour on battery without Wi-Fi if you're using Google Maps. Right, so next up we're going to pretend we've come back home, we're going to pop the Wi-Fi back on, and we're going to just start doing some browsing of Twitter whilst watching TikTok at the same time. Obviously these are things that you all do at home, so let's start this up. And yeah, I haven't had any or noticed any problems using multi-screen. It's so quick to just get it going, as you can see. Let's record a macro here of scrolling, and we'll run this for an hour and see how it goes. Right, so there we have an hour of scrolling through TikTok and Twitter at the same time, and we've only lost 10% battery, which isn't bad at all. Right, we're just going to go through an hour of YouTube now, and we'll come back and see how we're doing. 30 degrees currently and 71% battery. Okay, so an hour of YouTube, we're down to 63%, and that is a loss of 8% over the hour, so not too bad there at all. At 30 degrees Celsius as well, so yeah, phone nice and cool still. So let's move on to the next test. So we have 30 minutes of playing Genshin. I'm starting the clock now for 30 minutes because we are in the game itself. We're going to run it on the highest settings as well, just to see how it performs and see how hot this phone can get. Okay, so here we are in Genshin Impact, and this is on the highest graphics settings at 60 FPS. So let's see how we get on. We're 60% here. It did take about 5 minutes just to compile and update and things. I'm trying to keep it as realistic as possible, as if you just started the game up yourself and there's an update. So yeah, let's see how we get on. And yeah, we'll play for another 20 minutes or so and see how hot the phone gets. Okay, so that is 30 minutes of Genshin Impact. We are down to 51% and 42 degrees on the phone itself. I still wouldn't say it's too hot to handle. It is a bit warmer here in the top left. See here getting to about 42, 43 degrees. But yeah, absolutely no problems holding the phone whilst it is this warm. It is dissipating the heat quite nicely. So that is 12% battery lost there for Genshin Impact. So you expect to lose about a quarter of your battery with an hour's worth of play. Okay, so we're moving on to Instagram Reels now, so we'll have an hour of this scrolling and then we'll come back and see how the battery's doing. Currently at 50% and 40 degrees Celsius. Okay, so we're down to 37% after an hour of Instagram. That is a loss of 13% in total. Right, now we're just going to go and play a game and see how it fares. This is Clash Royale, so I'm just doing an install and we're going to play for a bit and see how we get on, see how it fills the screen as well. And then if needs be, we can always split it and play on one side and do something else on the right. Right, so another hour there of sort of general usage and we've gone down another 13% just with dual screening a couple of apps there. So let's go into a Prime Video now and just watch a video and we'll see how we get on here. Currently at 33 degrees and 23% battery, so still got plenty of life left after nearly 7 hours of constant use. Okay, so that was an hour of Amazon Prime and we've gone down to 15% here, just a cool 30 degrees. So that's a loss of 7% over 1 hour. And that is running in HD resolution. Okay, so we're just going to finish off with some more browsing here on the left and some YouTube on the right. And we'll see how long we have left. We'll start it off here at 13%, just to be fair, and we'll come back in an hour and see how it's doing. So there we have it, 8 hours and 48 minutes. So really impressive results here from the V3 with its 5150 mAh battery. You're easily going to get a day's worth of normal use out of this phone. 8 hours and 48 minutes is absolutely incredible really for such a big screen. You've got your latest Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 in here, so lots of good work going on here from Honor. So I hope this video was useful. If it was, please do like and subscribe. Don't forget to leave any comments you have down below, and I'll see you again in the next video.